Be very quick video. This video is how I saved $2,000. My first $2,000 I've ever put together and saved. It's not this, but this is $1,000 right here. This is $1,000. I'm not used to holding big bills like this. But maybe I can make this like the clickbait, you know, a bunch of hundreds. No. This is how I saved my first $2,000. Let me just tell you. Let me just give you straight off the answer, so you know. I'm probably gonna blabber on the rest of this video, but I'm gonna be straightforward as fast as I can. This is how I did it. I carry around cash all the time, okay? And this right here is $100. This is $100, and I'm saving for a car, by the way. I'm saving for my dream car, which I'm about to buy. This is $100. Now, to some people, this looks like a lot. To some people, this is nothing. But if you had 120s, that's $2,000. This is $2,000. So what I did was, I carried around cash for a long time, and carrying around this knot made me feel like I had money. It made me feel like I was rich. It made me feel like I can buy this. And that feeling, I started collecting 20s. And this started off really small. This started off super small. And every time I'd go to work, every time I'd get a tip, like a $20 tip, I would put that 20 in here until this grew to the same exact size as this. That's what I did. That's what I did in the short term. That's my short answer. It's a minute, 50 seconds. That's what I did. I carried around 100 ones, and I imagined and envisioned this being all 20s. These are all 20s. Okay, this is my first $2,000 I've ever saved, man. This is cool, man. I feel like I went to buy a lottery ticket, and the guy's like, "Oh, you can only pay cash." I was gonna pay with my card, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't have any cash." And then I was like, "I do have cash," and I pulled this out, and he looked at me like he's about to have a heart attack. He's never seen this much money. To some people, this is nothing. To the other people, this is a lot. This is a lot. To me, this is a lot. Okay, I come from being very broke, working. I come from nothing. I come from, in 2012, I didn't have a car, I didn't have a place to stay, and I didn't have a job. This is my freshman year in college, and I fucked it up. My grades were bad, so I had to move back home. My parents split, and they moved back to the inner city, and they sold my car, and they sold everything, and my room. Like, they weren't expecting me to come back, and I came back home, and they're like, "You don't have a car, you don't have a room, we don't have room for you, we don't have nothing for you." So I started out with nothing, and I had to find a job. I had to save up money and get a car. And what I'm saying is, coming up from the bottom, coming up from nothing, it's very hard. It's very hard to get on a roll. It's very hard to get the plane going. You know, there's a saying out there, like, the plane goes through a lot of shit, a lot of wind before it takes off. Before it takes off and starts saving. So that's what I did. I envisioned. I'm a believer in creating your own world. I'm a believer in sitting and thinking about things, and then you think about it enough to where you go out and you work for it. You go out and you do shit that gets you to this little knot. That's just how I did it. I think it's a good method. What I want to do next is imagine this being hundreds. 100 100s. What's that? That's $10,000. This is $1,000. This is 2,000, and this is 100. Now, I read a lot of money books. I read a lot of money because I've been poor and I've been so broke that I had to do a lot of research. And there's a book called Asking and It's Given by Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks. What they say is, I work so fucking hard. I work so hard in real life. I don't work hard on my thoughts. I work hard physical labor. I work hard on my job. I work hard on my business. But I don't work very hard on my thoughts, on my mind. I could be a lot better, and I could work a lot harder through the metaphysical stuff, not the physical stuff, the metaphysical things that take up a lot of this fucking space, a lot of my life. So what they said in that book was to carry around money, because the feeling of looking at things and saying, I could buy that if I want to. I don't walk around saying, I'm too broke, I can't buy this, I can't buy that, I can't buy this. I walk around with money, and I have that feeling of, I could buy that if I want, I could buy this if I want. And I walk around with a feeling, with the thoughts of, I have money. And by that, money somehow comes to me, man. And also, I mean, I eat rice and eggs every day. I don't go out and splurge. I don't go out and party. I don't go out and drink. I don't go out and spend a lot of money. I don't just. I save. I save and I work very hard. And every time money comes to me, I put 10% aside. And every time I put 10% aside in a little stack, the stack grows. Okay, the stack grows. So that's just my long answer of how I saved my first $2,000. And there will be a lot of this in the future. Okay, guys, peace out. Hopefully this maybe helps somebody. I don't know. It's helping me. Okay, guys, peace.